Janine, I'm so glad you're here. Really excited about implementing the plan. I've got the trees for this main Pleasure Walk Avenue, but I've tried to mark it out and I'm unsure because this is obviously what everything has got to come off this avenue.
Absolutely.
So where do we start?
Right, well, marking the plan out onto the ground is really quite a difficult thing, and even experienced landscapers will take their time and sometimes struggle. So we've got to get it right, because really the rest of the garden design hangs from this central axis. So we need to take the time. We've got sunshine, we've got string, we've got bamboo canes, and we've got tape measures. So let's get to work.
Brilliant. But it would have helped if my house had some kind of straight lines coming off it, but it doesn't. So we've got quite a job on our hands.
Absolutely, it does make it much more difficult, but that's part of the charm of this wonderful space that we're working in.
Brilliant. Let's get on with it.
Good. So with our tape measure, 30-metre tape measure, we set off to measure out the central axis of this allée of pleached aronia. It's important to take your time and be accurate, because otherwise it'll never look quite right. So we're using the tape to establish the central axis, and then from there we'll do offsets to get the individual locations of each of the trees. The bamboo canes on the left and the right that you can see are our estimated positions, and now we're double checking accurately with the tape measure. And you see Tamsin here is doing the swing tape method to establish a 90-degree angle from the central axis. It takes time, but it really is worth being accurate. And of course we've got the 2 chickens supervising all the operations on site, making sure that we're doing it correctly.
God. I'm so glad I waited for you. It is not easy. We've been here an hour and a half to place 16 trees, and we first of all started using the techniques that you'd shown me, which got us them in the vaguely right place. But actually, although they're sort of accurately mathematically in the right place, because of the lie of the land,
absolutely,
it just doesn't work always.
Absolutely. You have to follow the techniques, mark it out as closely as to the plan as you can, and then you have to use your eye. There's no substitute for checking it by eye and actually making sure that it is pleasing and works properly. And
what's also been quite interesting for me, although we're really happy with the plan, we know what we want, when you physically stand here, you start sort of thinking, how am I going to get the mower through?
Practicalities are so important, you're right, absolutely right.
So we've now got a gap halfway up the alley just so you can nip through with the mower, access points. It's just how it's changed the garden though, even though they're not in the ground, is quite
that little bit phenomenal. Of structure is just wonderful. It starts to give you really the bones that the garden is going to hang on. So it's really exciting to see it starting to come together.
It's really exciting. No, it's fantastic. But I would say that the most helpful thing has been that we've actually had the plants here, because if you're just using canes, you just don't get the, I don't know, you don't get the feel for it. But having the plants with their quirky ways, it's far easier.
Much better, yes.
No, it's great. Right, let's get planting.
Let's get working.